This is a step up from your electric breaker. If you get into the jobs where you got some thick concrete, a foot or so, or a thick pad, maybe rebar in it, or you've got the notorious concrete front steps that are sometimes just a great big round ball of concrete, maybe bed springs even inside them. I found engine blocks to fill up the holes inside front steps. But in any case, once you get over about 4 to 6 inches of concrete and it's old, it's very hard, you've got to step up to air breakers. And I would certainly suggest this when you're doing braking around the pool and you're taking out the coping or the sidewalk or whatever that's around the in-ground swimming pool. That always has rebar in it, and it's very hard to break up. This is going to be much quicker. Now, what you can use is a point or a chisel. The air breaker is used very similar to the electric breaker. The only thing to remember in an air breaker is don't keep holding the trigger to turn it on and lift it up at the same time and go to the next spot. Shut it off each time you move it. We call that dry firing. When you're trying to fire a hammer like this, it hits very hard, and some makes of air hammers, it's been known to loosen the ends off and actually push down because you're holding it up and there's no resistance. It needs resistance on these hammers. They're much heavier than the electric hammer, but then again, they're hitting much harder as well. So this will be hooked up to the diesel compressor, which you use to be able to supply enough air. It needs 80 to 90 CFM of air to run one hammer. These supply about 185 CFM, so you got lots of air. Even if you had a small hole in the hose, you've got lots of air to run one hammer. You can run a maximum of 2 hammers off of this compressor. And usually you will always hook the hose up to the lubricator to keep the hammer lubricated, because air is very dry. The byproduct of compressed air is water, so you want the oil to keep the hammer from going dry. And usually there's even on the hose that you see, there's sometimes a little lubricator on the hose that hooks up onto the hammer as well when there isn't one on the compressor. But just make sure you put it on the right one. If you were blowing out lines like in irrigation and everything for using this compressor, don't hook up onto this, because you're blowing oil into your air line here, and that way you can get your water lines, your sprinkler systems blowing out.